important. I'm sure since you're in this audience, you have your own ideas about that. It really is, in my mind, something that's completely going to revolutionize how we do things. This the fourth industrial revolution, if you like. It's going to touch everything, and it's going to be in everything that we do. I've made a list here on the right of the things that we do want the ideal Internet of Things to be able to have or do. And you can go through that list and see what you would like to add to it. That's part of what I'd like you to do in this course. How should the Internet of Things really look in the future? Because it's really talking about the future. The IoT will be the next big thing. It isn't quite the big thing yet, but if you look at this graph here and you see how computation or computers have developed, you can sort of follow this almost Moore's law-like graph that grows exponentially, and now we're talking about how many things that really have computers in them. In the future, that's going to be in the tens of billions is what it says on this slide. I think that's an underestimate. I think that we're going to take off faster than that, and we're going to reach the sort of trillion connected sensors very soon. Now, so given all that, you think that maybe it's very easy for me to tell you what the Internet of Things really is, but I really can't. It's sort of back to the proverbial elephant, depending on who you are and where you are, you see different things of it. To me, it's all about the sensors. I said that before. So the sensors on an elephant, of course, or some of them are very obvious, like the ears, the eyes, the trunk. It also knows how to communicate by stomping its feet or listening to other people stomping its feet. Probably teenage elephants are great at that. But it's much more than that. So from my perspective, it's the perspective of somebody who has been developing sensors all their life. So it's all about the sensors and how they are going to be feeding data through the internet to sort of cool applications that allows us to do things we couldn't do before. But of course, you can take a completely different perspective too and think about what those cool applications are, what you're going to be doing, and you can think of it as a locomotive for innovation and economic growth. There's certainly going to be all of those things. So what I'm trying to convey with this particular slide is that the Internet of Things sort of defies definition at this point. It's really about what we're going to make it in the future, and that's what we'd like to try to teach you in this course. I really want to teach you something about yourself, and we want to teach you something about the Internet. The thing about yourself that is important is what should you be focusing on? Where can you contribute to the Internet of Things? So this is really going to what I want you to learn in this short course, this introductory course. We want to be able to answer these questions. What are your perspective on the Internet of Things? I'm from the sensor point of view, but you might have a completely different perspective. What is it that sort of grabs your attention? So, and of course, when you answer that, you will also be able to answer how the disciplines of Internet of Things overlap with your expertise and interest. So where are the holes in your knowledge that you want to fill? And what are the Internet of Things opportunities that you want to pursue? And then ultimately, how do you negotiate or navigate this Internet of Things certificates? What courses do you pick and what do you really want to do? That's what I want you to get out of this short course, really sort of knowledge of yourself and your interests so that you could do a better job in designing your own Internet of Things certificate.